This is Warzone Jones, and I'm back with my next video. I want to talk about these two individuals, Randy Orton and The Miz. Now, the word is on the internet, people have been saying, and I've even noticed this hell before I even heard people saying it, that Randy Orton and The Miz, well, these guys sort of fell off a little bit. Their career sort of went down somewhat, just a little bit. No, people say they don't fell off. And one of the reasons why people say that The Miz done fell off is because, well, he was at last year's WrestleMania. He was in the main event. The Miz was in the headline match of WrestleMania. And look what he's doing now. Practically nothing. Yes, he's in a match that's having some build up, but let's be honest, we're not paying to see this match. This is not no main event match. He's going to be a part of Team Johnny or Team Laurinaitis. No, Team Laurinaitis versus Team Teddy. Basically, that match, I don't think it's going to be long. That match is probably going to be 5 minutes, 6 minutes, maybe even 7 minutes, because the 6-man tag matches, those matches are never long, especially the one that they had last year. How the hell do you go from main event in a match with John Cena, the biggest babyface in the company, to being in this match? Let's go on to Randy Orton. Now, here's a guy who is probably the second biggest babyface in the WWE when The Rock is in there. That is, but he fell off a little bit too. Now, it seems like to me that they just thought of something for Randy Orton. It's like they just literally forgot about Randy Orton for WrestleMania. It's like they just forgot about the guy and they just came up with something real quick. It's like, oh no, we forgot about Randy Orton. Let's write something really, really, really quick. Oh, I know. Let's put him with Kane. Let's put him with Kane. And there's nothing wrong with wrestling Kane, of course, but it's just that, it's like they came up with it right out of the blue because they forgot about Randy Orton. And why did they forget about Randy Orton? I know why. Because of The Rock and John Cena, of course, but I would say mostly The Rock. The Rock and John Cena. That's the reason why everybody's buying WrestleMania 28. I think that's the right number, WrestleMania 28. But that's the reason why. So they're putting all this, this attention and all the money in The Rock and John Cena. And whenever The Rock just shows up, it seems like to me personally is that people just don't be talking about Randy Orton. Whenever The Rock shows up, people don't be talking about Randy Orton. They really don't. Let's be honest here, they really don't. As a matter of fact, to me, compared to The Rock, Randy Orton's character just seems boring. You know how some people just say that Randy Orton is just boring. Like some people just say that, and to me, his character just seems boring. That's just how I feel. You may feel different, but remember how we all got our own opinions, our own views, and how we look at things. But I really do feel that Randy Orton just seems boring compared to The Rock. You want to talk about the entertainment part of pro wrestling? The Rock will beat him every time, literally every time. But I just think that's just one of the reasons why Randy Orton done went down a little bit. So he fell off a little bit. He's in this match with Kane. There's nothing wrong with wrestling Kane, but they clearly just they just wrote that up within seconds because they literally forgot about him. Now they did this with Batista a couple of WrestleManias ago, where they didn't have nothing for him. They just thought of something, so he just wrestled Umaga, and they did this thing Raw versus SmackDown. And do you know what happened after that? Nothing. like the winner didn't get nothing. They didn't get a title match. They didn't get no title. They didn't get nothing. But that's just how I feel. These guys done fell off. Literally, they fell off a little bit. These guys are not in the top, 3 big matches, the anticipated matches at WrestleMania. They're really not. John Cena The Miz and Randy Orton, neither one of these guys. So The Miz literally went from main eventing to not main eventing in a match that nobody's paying to see that match. I'm not saying that the match won't be good, but I bet you that match is going to be very, very short. Kane and Randy Orton, they may put on a pretty good match, but his last match had way, way more importance, than when he got down. The match he had with CM Punk, it had build up, it had excitement. I mean, although that wasn't a headline match either, but they was playing for those guys to go at it at WrestleMania. So To me, those guys done fell off a little bit. Randy Orton will always be a main eventer. He's going to main event after WrestleMania. Trust me, he's going to be a main event after WrestleMania. But I don't think The Miz will. Then again, I could be wrong because I can't see into the future. I'm not Miss, I'm not Miss Cleo or something. I'm not a psychic. But that's just how I feel. This is What's on Jones. Won't you come in and let me know how you feel? And that's all I got to say about that. I'm out. Deuces.